First and foremost, thank you all for coming out here this evening. I know it means a lot to all our candidates that you all are willing to give your evening hours to listen to us. I'm born and raised in El Paso, Texas. I'm a 6th generation Texan and graduated from Austin High School in 1976. I attended the University of Texas at Austin and UCLA, and both times I had to cut my studies short because of military duty. I currently am a soldier in the United States Army. I'm a combat medic stationed here at Fort Bliss, and I'm going to retire this year because I had to make a choice between remaining a soldier or devoting my time to the State Board of Education. And of course, I chose the State Board. I want you all to wish prayers right now. We have a unit that's going to leave to Afghanistan in about 3 hours. And as soon as I leave here, I'm going to put my uniform back on and make sure that they go safe and sound. Okay?
Questions for Mr. Fierro?
I'm going to attack it on a three-formed title. One, curriculum and technology. I think it's vitally important that our students have access to the finest instructional materials and the best teaching guides to keep us on an even keel with the rest of the state. Second on that platform is when we must have every avenue to the most recent technologies. Along with those technologies, we need to have the training, the manuals, and the learning tools so that the young students are able to use those technologies. You might give somebody a computer, but if they don't know how to use that computer, it's a useless tool. But if you show them how to use that computer, the sky's the limit. And all our kids here deserve that. The El Paso children, all the children in our 44 counties. We represent 44 counties in El Paso, all the way to Big Spring. They deserve those best tools. Is that 1 minute? I have 1 minute left?
Yes. On this question.
Okay, second.
On this question.
We want to have communication with this legislature, okay? The legislature determines what we're going to have to fund the students. Before every legislative session, I need to make sure that our voice is heard so that they understand what our requirements are. If they don't hear our voice, they're going to make a decision without understanding what we need. Okay? How much time do I have?
On this question.
Still good?
No.
Third and foremost, part of what we do is we appoint guidance over military schools. If we do not give the military the attention they need, we could lose portions of Fort Bliss, and that would be very devastating to the economy of El Paso.
Next question.
What experience do you bring to the state board? And what side of the city do you live in?
Again, I was born and raised in Central El Paso. I went to Austin High School. I still reside there. My family's roots go all the way to the valley. They go to Clint, they go to San Eli, they go all the way to Tornillo, even to Sierra Blanca. So we have family scattered through almost all of Texas. The experience I bring is, besides being a product of the El Paso Public Schools, I'm involved with the public schools at Austin High School so that we can raise the standards for their arts, the academics, and athletics. When I was a young man, Austin's the 5 Points area was medium income to a little higher than that. Now we're kind of in the poverty level. So I established the Golden Panther Foundation, which now is under the El Paso Community Foundation, so that we can ensure those kids have all the resources they need so they can excel in drama, symphony, choir, one-act play, mock trial, as well as math, English, science, physics, and all the athletics. I also have been an instructor for 10 years in the United States Army military schools, 2 of which are some of the most demanding in the whole military system.
Question. Go ahead.
Our teachers are having to teach the children in the state of Texas the test. These children are getting very little out of the curriculum that they should be getting on all their courses. How are you going to address that?
Not only does this taxing and test deprive the teachers of their talents, it also deprives our kids of their God-given uniqueness. I am totally against what they call the Common Core, and I'll be upfront with that. I think all our children have unique talents. All our teachers should be able to expand on their talents so they can teach our children to the very best of their ability and not be restricted by what other people think is right. She might want to be an engineer. He might want to be a doctor. She might want to be a lawyer. He might want to be an artist. We are not going to restrict our kids for their dreams. We're going to let them get their basics and then expand upon their horizons and let their passions be fruitful. That's how I feel about that.
How much time you got this question? Okay, go ahead.
I was incorrect earlier when I spoke to Mr. Lopez about his funding source. However, I did look at your campaign for finance report, and on your January report, you raised $15,008. $15,000 of that total amount came from the Texans for Education Reform, which is a conservative organization is trying to change education, public education in Texas as we know it. Do you feel the voters are going to be comfortable with you receiving that much amount of money from one source?
You know, you have that right, correct, but I also have money from other sources. The majority of my campaign donations are from private donors who believe that I can promote a voice that affects a positive change amongst the school system. I don't apologize for being able to talk to somebody on the left as well as somebody on the right. It's vitally important that we're able to make sure that all of Texas is together. If we go in to any kind of meeting, any kind of dissertation with negative voice, then we're lost. Then the rest of the Texas is going to frown upon us. Okay? We need to be able to sit down, discuss what our agenda is, understand what theirs is if it's different, and find a way to compromise so that our young minds are able to receive everything they possibly can. El Paso needs to be an even keel with Amarillo, Brownsville, Austin. One state, one fight. If we're determined that you did this and you did that, we're not going to go anywhere. I can sit with the family of the great Bob Bullock. I can sit with the family of John Corn. I can talk to everybody. I am not directed by any one voice. I follow my passions, not somebody's money. I'm honored if anybody thinks I deserve their hard-earned money.
We have a question right here.
What are the responsibilities of the position you're seeking?
We appoint people over the military schools and special schools. We look at the curriculum. We establish the requirements for testing. We oversee the Texas Permanent School Fund. Those are some of our functions in the School Board of Education. Again, it's important that testing curriculum meets the needs of the student and allows the teachers to use their benefits, to their talents to the best of our ability. We need to understand that what's in the textbooks is factual first and foremost, okay? And is not dictated by a special interest. Special interests need to stay out of our children's textbooks. I want our kids to know that Abe Lincoln was our 16th president. I want them to understand Pythagorean theorem. I want them to understand the works of the Bard, the works of J.R.R. Tolkien. They need to know the ramifications of mixing hydrogen and oxygen. And all aspects of studies. They need to know the truth, the facts, and they need to stimulate their young minds so that, you know what? NASA being on Montana Street, maybe some young guy from El Paso can develop the next space shuttle. Maybe someone can cure cancer. Maybe someone can eliminate pollution. But if we don't stimulate them, and if we don't allow our instructors to use their talents, then you know what? We're thin in the water.
Any more time? Thank you.
Thank you.